Can the MPC ONE do lo-fi? Let's find out in this video.
The sequence.
What is going on, peoples? I'm back at it again. I got a new series called The Sequence, and I know it's a new intro, and I just felt like doing something a little different for when I cover hardware on this channel. Neither be old or new. I want to kind of give it its own little repertoire series and its own playlist. So check out my playlist for this. It's called Gear Reviews, but I'll have the sequence in there as well, and I might have the sequence as its own individual playlist too, just in case you just like the sequence. Yeah, a lot of people have asked me this question. It's probably the biggest question that I get asked all the time, other than the stock sounds in MPC ONE, is the algorithms for lo-fi. Do they sound good? So I'm going to demonstrate that in this video. So leave a comment below of any other things that you might want to ask me in the future or whatnot, and tell me how you feel, if you can notice a difference, because this was provided in the MPC 2000 XL, and you can change from the ADDA, the audio digital audio converters, over to the algorithms of the MPC60 and the 3000, just in case you want to know where that came from. It just wasn't based off the MPC Live X and the One, or the Force as well. So yeah, a lot to be covered. So here's an example beat right now. We're going to kick it hip hop here. I did it live on a stream, so check it out. Yeah. So there's no processing, it's just a straight up and down hip hop track or whatnot. So what we're gonna do is go into the menu. We're gonna press that menu button, and it's gonna access this main mode. We're gonna tap the gear sign, and it should go to your general settings. So go and select your general settings if you're not in it. And now you have this thing called vintage mode. There's an option right here, and it says none. Now what you can do is you can play your track. Just press play start. And then hit your data knob. Once you go into your data knob, you have 4 different choices. You have MPC 3000, MPC60, SP1200, and SP1200 with ring modulation. So what we're gonna do is addition this, and we're gonna start with MPC 3000, no, none first. So let's play none. And now we're gonna play MPC 3000. The difference in that is a little subtle. It's a little more crunchy. And MPC60. And now SP1200. Now we're going to go into SP1200 ring, which has the most difference. Now you can really hear the difference in that. Now what I'm going to do is cycle through all of them and call them out if the music isn't too loud, but you know, here we go. So we're playing it without any vintage mode effect on it right now in the preferences. 3000. MPC60. SP1200, SP1200 ring. So now that you heard them all, there is another way that you can do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select none, and it sounds good nonetheless. So what it's doing basically is just emulating the ADDA converters from past vintage machines. So, you know, they all had audio digital, because that's what AD means, in digital audio converters. So basically what it would do, it'll pass through, and then once it hits the digital part of it, it would have a certain, I say, texture to the audio that you were sampling within it. So therefore, you know, vintage mode. So anyways, it's not as simple as that. But anyways, there's another way that you can do this. It is pretty easy to do as well, and you can put it on tracks as too. So what you're going to do here, I'm going to go into my main real quick, and I'm going to hit track mix. Now from track mix, you can do a whole bunch of stuff, and you can basically just add it to whatever part that you want. So if you want to put it on program 1 or whatever, your drum, or just your sample, or whatever, you can. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put it on the sample, and that way you can see that you can just go into your insert here, and then you go into your effects. Let's go ahead and select like the 3000 first. So let's hear that. Select MPC60. All on the sample. SP1200 ring. So you can affect just the sample, you can affect the drums, you can affect the bass. You don't necessarily have to do it just on one part here. You can actually put it on just your main if you want to do that, and then once you send out your stems, once you finish the song mode or finish arranging your beat, you can have it that way as well. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Last but not least, I almost forgot to tell you guys, you can put this on your outputs, like your master output. So what you got to do is be in your main screen and then hit this eyeball over here. It's a small little eyeball, and what it's going to do is it's going to bring you to this right here. So when you go and switch tracks or whatnot, you can see that you have access to whatever program that you want or whatnot. What you can do when you go through your different tracks or whatnot, you can see where you want to route stuff. Like I have the compressor VCA on here. I will do a full video on like applying effects, but anyways, if you hit this king sign, what it's going to do is it's going to go to your outputs right here. So you see output 1 and 2, so you can just put in an effect. So we're going to go ahead and put like the whole vintage ring on the master out, and let's go ahead and hear that. Yeah. Now you can turn it off, of course, and then now you can hear the difference. So now I'm going to put it back on here since I'm using the SP1200 ring. You can hear it's affecting the whole entire track. So if you want to do that, and when you export your beat or whatnot after you sequence it, then yes, you can do that. So tell me how you feel about this video. Again, leave a comment below. I definitely want to hear from you guys. Do you like this new series called The Sequence? Do you like that I'm filling the void that is in the hip hop community on YouTube? I want to do as much consecutive videos as humanly possible. I don't want to stutter as much in these videos too as well, but you know, I'm just trying to slow down the talking here. But yeah, just let me know if you have anything that you want me to cover. I have a whole bunch of gear that I'll do. I'll probably just list it off in the comments or list it off in the description. So thank you for your time.